Think we're live. All right. We're talking to Shaping the Silence in just a minute. Shaping the Silence made the hex board MIDI controller. Here, let's just give him a call. Says he's ready.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
How we doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
Live.
We are live. We are
All right.
streaming right
Terrifying.
now.
Good. Hello.
How are you, sir? Oops, sorry.
I am doing pretty well.
Here, I'm just gonna get the get this all set up. But yeah,
Yep,
what's
absolutely.
what are we what have you been up to all day? What have you been working on?
I mean, mostly been working on family. That's,
Nice.
but that's boring stuff. That it's all my personal life.
Gotcha.
Yeah. With three kids, it's quite busy. But
Yeah, I bet.
yeah, it's like I make every spare minute count. That's
yeah.
where I'm able to make this stuff come from.
Nice.
I suppose I should probably introduce myself, right? How many people are here? I'm not keeping track of chat.
I'm not looking right now. I'm trying to get the windows set up. I'm pretty
Sure.
pretty a bad streamer, man. I have to admit. I'm trying to find the
Yeah.
window, but no, that's not the one.
Streaming is a lot of work and a lot of stress.
Right. Nope, not
It's
that.
like you have to be the star of the show and do all the technical work.
Right, yeah, you have to run the show and do, yeah, exactly what you just said. Just
it's like-
better.
and everything goes wrong. Like you'll set it up beforehand and be like, okay, it's perfect. Got the audio levels right. You start the stream and can't hear you.
I did this last time. It was no problem. I don't know why it's not showing up this time.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
I swear, like, I got the window to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're on the screen. I guess that's
Alright.
something.
That's good.
Let's, here, let me just make this bigger. Well,
Sure.
hey, you know what? Whatever, this is good enough.
Yeah,
Let's talk
alright,
about, let's talk about the hex board.
Sure.
When did you make,
Yeah.
how old is the hex board? What got you into making
Yeah.
this keyboard? Yeah.
Sure. And let's see. I got started. History time. Okay, I did bring a couple of props, so I'll get to you. Hey, I can see you now.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that was.
All right, I did bring some props with me, so I'll be right back to give a little tour, a little history. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, go
All
for
right.
it. Take your time. I don't know why that shrinks my screen every time I do that.
You know what? This. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. So let's start with roll
cool.
back to 2013.
Yeah.
And there was an instrument called the Axis 49.
Okay.
And I thought that thing is so cool. I can't afford it. So I spent a year and more than the cost of an Axis 49 to build a greatly inferior instrument, which is right here.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
It uses a bunch of arcade buttons. I
Yeah.
have orange LEDs in the corner of each one to indicate it. It's okay. It was a fun gimmick. The keys are spaced way too far apart. Like, yeah, that's not
What
great.
what is the logic behind the layout on that?
This is it's harmonic table is the layout. So
Interesting.
I copied exactly what the Axis 49's design was.
Do the lights color code, or are they just light up when you hit them?
They are simply
Or
orange lights, and they're in the corner of each button. So the buttons don't even have the light underneath. It's like on the corner.
oh,
of each
that is
thing.
kind of interesting though. and it's huge.
Yeah, so-
I mean, it's massive.
Yeah.
Do you play that with your
Yep,
feet
yep.
or just your hands? I mean, how does that work?
You know, I probably should have. That would have been, you know, just thinking about pedal organs. You know, this
Yeah.
this is maybe not the worst way to do that.
Yeah, that would be an insane like
Zen
foot
harmonic,
controller. Yeah.
you know, organ pedal.
Right. You could color
But
code
yeah,
those
that
little
was- that
lights.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was, and it even has a port for a Wii Nunchuck in it. Since it doesn't have velocity, my hack was to use a Wii Nunchuck's motion sensor to tilt to set the velocity.
Interesting. That,
Yeah,
very
it was a whole
interesting.
bunch of hacks cobbled together. My brother did all the coding for me, which was greatly appreciated.
That's cool.
He's now doing that stuff professionally and has no time for my projects anymore, which totally fair. I'll have to start paying him now.
Yeah, man, you should pay your brother.
That was like 2013 to 2014, and I used that for years. And then it started breaking down, and I thought, well, I want to make a new version of this. And so it's like, okay, what are all the features I've wanted? I want RGB. I want closer together keys. I want velocity. And so I tried to do all of those things, and I got everything but velocity. The next thing I
Interesting.
built was, let me go get that. Let's see here.
It's such a interesting little space, like the corner of like a bonus room or attic or something.
Next thing I built was, let's see, Wiki Hayden based layout. So I'll just go to the overhead view and then show you that.
Wow.
But I've disassembled it partly because I used some of the keys for building a different prototype. And so this, I just wanted to try the Wiki Hayden layout to see if I liked it. And so then I decided, well, this is cool. I like this. And then I decided to make the next prototype, which, why did I set these things so far away? Yeah, another walk away. All
Yeah,
right.
I can see how the Wiki Hayden is like
Prototype, here we go.
the same kind
Here's
of.
the last prototype before I release this thing. Let me show it to you. It's much closer to the current hex board.
Yes.
And that's right here. Yeah. So this, I decided a sort of compromise where you rotate it this way and you can get the same amount of keys as you have on the Axis 49. You can still do the harmonic table layout, but then also you get 7 octaves of Wiki Hayden.
I see.
So that's what that was, and it's, you know, if I plug it in here, you'll get most of the basic features. You know, if I can line up the cable there, yeah. Yep, a little bit more janky, but it does get, you know, quite bright. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
and so you can hear how loud the keys are too.
That's the original.
This is the original hex board in hex board name form.
Oh my goodness.
This was 2022. Was when I finished this prototype.
It looks pretty good
So-
for a prototype.
Thank
Like,
you.
I've seen prototypes that are like, I
Yeah.
mean, like the breadboard kind of stuff where it doesn't even look like anything, you know?
Yep.
Like this is
Yep,
actually like, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Like you
Yeah,
could
thank you.
You could use that. I feel like.
Yeah. So it's like when I first had it, it actually it ran off a different chip here. So like the Teensy LC is the name of the chip, but they ran out of stock because there was the great chip shortage. Post-COVID chip shortage, just, you know, all that disappeared. So I redesigned it with a better chip and a
Okay.
screen and some other stuff, and just kind of made a separate board that I can plug in
Yeah.
to keep this prototype running.
Fascinating.
And then I got to the hex board you've seen, the one right
Yes.
here.
And this
There
is
was one-
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the second iteration of the one that I'm selling. The first one,
Right.
the keys were all soldered in place, so
Oh.
I'd have to manually solder each switch in place.
Oh my
so it
goodness.
was extremely time consuming. Each one took a couple hours to build.
I imagine.
And so after selling, I don't know, maybe 15 of them, I thought, I don't want to do that again.
Sure.
So I redesigned it with sockets in it. So now you can simply plug the switches in And yeah, I'll show you the board. So I'll unplug this so you can see it a little better. Here we go. So here's the circuit board for it. But on the back, you can see there's these little bluish purple things. These, you simply plug a switch onto it. Let's see if I have any on hand. And you can, I had them on hand. Where did I set them? Okay. Yeah, the switches you simply snap in place. Really easy, no soldering required for that. And so those partially assembled kits that I have are now, you take it, you can buy whatever keyboard switches are. So like you have mechanical keyboards, those same exact switches snap right into here. And then you can have it for, it's like $2.99 for that partially assembled kit. Yeah. So
Wait, mechanical, like a computer keyboard?
yes,
It's
computer
what's
keyboard.
it's what's underneath those keys, or
Yeah, well, the nicer ones. The cheaper ones are just like rubber squishy membranes that use, but the nicer ones are switches that look kind of like. Let's see, is this one loose? No.
so you can just order a pack of those.
Oh yeah, you can get a pack of them for what, $20 or something.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
one
here
of
we
the
go.
that's
Couple
one of
things
the
like this.
build your own kits.
Yeah. So they just look like this. They have two little pins on the back and a little button.
Oh wow.
And that's it. So actually, here's the one I was gonna shoot. Wait,
So-
is that it there? Yes. Yeah. The build it yourself kit, is gonna be like this. You have the board, all the printed parts all stuck together, you're ready to go, and then you just take the switch and you snap it in place
Oh man.
like that.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. It's that
You
easy.
snap the switch in. There's a little cap on there. You just put it on and you're done.
Dude, when you put that in, that sound is so satisfying when that clicks in like that.
Yeah, it might be satisfying for up to 100 times. You get to there's 140 switches, and after I got to about 1,000, I was like, I'm gonna pay. I know a kid who could use a nice paying job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pay the
So,
neighbor kid to do this for you?
Basically, yeah. Yep.
Nice.
I was like, you know what? He's making better money than he's making other places.
Sure, yeah.
And I don't have to do it anymore, which is great.
Hey, next
yeah.
time I'm in the neighborhood,
Right? Hey, you know
I'll
what?
come by and plug in a
snap
couple.
together a bunch for me, and I'll just give you a export.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get some podcasts going, knock them out.
Nice.
Yep.
How many keys is it again? You said 100?
140. So it's
140.
133 in the playable zone. So it's like 7
okay.
times 19. So you have 10 and 9 kind of
Yeah.
alternating. And you have 7 sets of those 19. So that's 133 here. Then you have
Yeah.
7 keys on the side for velocity.
Yes.
Like an organ pedal sort of thing. Then your mod wheel, so you can, do your modulation here or pitch
Oh,
bend.
yeah. That's really cool.
Yep.
I didn't know
like
that
half
at
bend, full
first. That it had like
Yeah.
mod wheel. That can be mod wheel or pitch bend.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I think you also have a velocity kind of.
Yeah, velocity's up top here. So, yep.
Yes.
Always active.
And it's interesting because you like scroll through velocities basically, but you can
Yeah,
you can do it in
essentially.
real time.
Yep. And you can set the speed. So, like, you can, it goes to where you're touching. So if you touch 2 buttons at the same time, it kind of goes between the buttons. But then
Interesting.
if you hold it, it moves in that direction. And there's menu settings so you can make it swell slowly or snap
Right.
instantly to that velocity.
So even though the hex board is not velocity sensitive in the traditional sense, it does have a velocity
It's
button,
like of sorts,
basically,
close,
sorta.
closer to an organ. It's you have
Right.
the overall.
Can you hook a foot pedal up to that?
No, that would be really cool.
If you could do like an expression pedal to control the velocity too, that could
Yeah.
be interesting.
In theory you could, because
Yeah.
if someone's handy with the soldering iron, I have exposed a bunch of the extra pins on my on the chip that runs this thing
I
on
see.
the side. So if you soldered an expression pedal onto the right pins and added it to the firmware, that could be done. But
Right.
that's for someone who wants to tinker.
Sure, sure. And you
Yep.
you didn't actually make this to make microtonal music. You were
No.
interested in hexagonal keyboards because of the
Yeah,
Axis
I just
49
wanted
or whatever.
the isomorphic layouts. Yeah, I wanted to see what that was about, and I enjoyed that. So
So
it
what
was-
got you into incorporating microtonal support? Because you're
Yeah.
like I've seen like your videos. You're like make microtonal music. You
Yeah.
obviously lean into
Yeah.
that now. What made you lean into that?
I think it was I'd posted a video of the prototype on TikTok, and I think it was maybe one or two mentions of that, and I thought, that's interesting. I don't know what that's about. And then when I released the thing, people started messaging me about that. Hey, could it do this? Could it do that? And I was like, maybe I should see if I can. And so I hacked in some rough microtonal support that was it was not great, but it was okay. There was like a handful of different tunings you could use, and it wouldn't retune the notes. But then one of the customers actually took the firmware and he completely rewrote it, like wrote it from the ground up specifically to add microtonal support.
Oh,
And
awesome.
so he put in so many of these tunings. I guess, can you see much of that?
I can,
I don't know.
yeah, I can make it out a little bit. 12, 17, 19,
Yeah.
22, 24, a couple 31, 72, holy moly. 58.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
So there's just a bunch of different.
Bull and
bunch of
Pierce is
different,
on there. Okay.
Yep.
So
So just
it will just do those presets basically.
just presets currently. Yeah. There's ways that one guy's playing around with modifying the firmware where you can like dial in X EDO.
I
And then
see.
it just
Yeah.
makes it.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
honestly, adding those tunings is not that difficult. So if somebody has, hey, I really want to try this tuning, just ask me. It's
I
pretty
see.
straightforward for me to add that, or someone who's familiar with code to do that.
And then if you did add that in, they would just download the updated
Yeah.
firmware or
Yeah, download
Yeah.
the new update. Yeah, the firmware is really easy to update. You just you scroll to advanced, you hit update firmware, and then you drag and drop the file onto the flash drive that appears.
Now, I'm curious
yeah.
since you've added in or incorporated some of your customers' additions to the firmware with the microtonal support, have
Yeah.
you started messing around with it, or do you ever play with it now?
A little bit.
A little bit.
But the time I have to do music is way less than it used to be, and
yeah.
I'm mostly just building.
Sure.
I enjoy sitting down and just playing around with it a little bit here and
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Especially when I'm developing new features, I need to test out. Does this work in microtonal modes? Okay, cool. I'll make sure that I'm trying out the built-in synth or something
Yeah.
to make sure that it works there, or that sort of thing.
So you're not a total
so I can-
convert, but you've been very, very like I don't know, like you've done this stuff. I'm not gonna drop names,
Yeah.
but there's other
I mean,
controllers that they people are like, oh, can you add microtonal features? They're like,
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
But you've been really cool about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say what I have is very niche. It's hard for me to really. It's not mass market. So I suppose
Sure.
I have a little bit of luxury there that I can cater to a niche crowd because that's what I got.
Sure.
I'm not running ads. I can't get that kind of volume.
Yeah.
But it's been really neat to serve this niche because it's enjoyable. I like solving problems and making it fun for people to play around with this stuff.
Yeah. And one thing I like about Hexboard is that you don't even have to use it it has an onboard synth.
Yeah.
And the
So I
onboard
can dial
synth,
that up
that's microtonal too, right?
Yes. Yep. It's pretty basic as far as sounds go. It's like you have a volume ADSR and choose basic waveforms. It can play up to 8 notes at a time, so that's nice. But it's no frills, pretty simple. But for sitting down and just like practicing scales and things like that, it's great.
Well, there's no way to do that currently. There's no keyboard that is just has a microtonal layout. You can just sit down and turn it on and noodle around.
Yeah, but you can could just turn this on, fire up, I don't know, 31, and then
oh wow. There you go.
Here, let me go ahead and I don't know if I have I'll mute what I have on my laptop here. You probably can't hear any of that, right?
I heard something. Was that coming from the board?
Okay. There's a
I hear that.
A buzzing sound that's coming from the actual hex board. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But what I can show you is let's see. Let me go ahead and mute the actual hex board.
Okay.
And show you microtonal stuff here. This is something that is, I don't know if other synths do this. It does the tuning in the hex board itself. So when you pick a tuning, it's, let's say 17. It's going to send out MIDI notes with pitch bend. So in here, in Logic, you turn on MIDI mono mode, which is it's MPE, and you set it to the pitch bend to the correct range. Let me make sure I have mine set right. Oh, okay, I have it set to, okay. Pitch bend range is set correctly, and so now. I'm trying to think, is that, do I have this correct? Yes. Let me see if I can find something a little bit more out there, or just small steps.
Let's hear a microtone.
Do that. Yeah. Yeah. So you can hear that you're getting those little microtones there.
Nice.
And that's coming through just because I picked that tuning, and then if I go onto the hexboard menu and I pick a different tuning, it just works on the software. That was the way I originally put in, and then people were saying, hey, we want to use other software with it. And the MPE stuff, you can't really use it with your I don't know, it's like the software that goes between your instrument and your plugins.
Yeah.
So you can now do that. So you can turn off the MPE mode.
Excellent.
Disable it, and then it just sends out 0 to 128 or 1 to 128 MIDI note. But then when it gets to the top MIDI note, it jumps to the next channel and keeps going.
Oh, really?
So
that's
you can
good.
Have
it's cool.
A lot of MIDI notes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
But you can't just be like, you can't just say, hey, I want this layout. You can't set the vertical and horizontal axis, right?
Yeah, not yet. Again, it's one of those, like, we've done it in beta firmwares, but it's like I don't have a good way to do that yet.
Sure.
Right now, with each tuning, we just manually plug in all of the different layouts that we want on there. So let's see. Oh yeah, and the colors. Sorry, the colors is one thing that there are other color options. Let me go ahead and pick. So the rainbow one, it goes like around the color wheel as you go through your octave. It's fine for 12.
Sure.
When you get higher than that, it's not that useful. Let's see. It's alt layout. Well, there you go. That shows pretty well. I'm blanking what the alt layout was based off of the kite layout or the kite colors.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's how it was explained to me.
Got it.
I don't quite understand all that, but it works with every tuning. It just generates the layout.
Yeah.
Another one is like piano. So this is going to. So if I was to set it to, let's see, Bosun K. Wilson.
Yeah.
However you say that. there you go. There's the piano colors. It's lightly colored, but you know, you
Yeah.
have the black and white keys lit up there.
We all say it differently.
Yeah. There you go. It makes it special.
I'm gonna start saying
This is
Bosanquet.
my Bosanquet Wilson.
That's what I told Nick
So-
Nick Avucci when he was here.
Yeah.
I started calling it Bosanquet because he was like,
Nice.
but I don't even know what he said. It just was just insane. But I say Bosanquet
Well, another-
usually.
Yeah. Okay. Bosanquet. Okay.
But,
Another color
yeah,
option that's
but-
an interesting one that somebody added in for me was they call it filament. It's designed to replicate like a tungsten filament, so it's best when set to really bright.
That's cool.
But if it's close to the white keys in 12 EDO, it will be brighter. The brighter, the closer it is. So if it's really dim, it's less 12 than
Yeah.
than it normally would be.
I like
so
to-
it gives you the general shape.
Yeah, I like to color code mine where it's like all the naturals are one color, all the sharps are one color, all the flats are one color, blah blah blah. Different. Some
Yeah,
tunings have like half flats, half sharps. But you can't do anything like that without knowing how to like code the firmware.
Yeah, I mean that would be like entered in manually, and that cool. But how do you do that? The problem is I only have a knob and click. You know, here,
Sure,
like,
sure.
Rotary click wheel thing. You know, that's how much can I do on this device without it being just a clunky mess. That's one of the big challenges with it. And
Yeah.
you know, it's like I have this limitation and I want to work with it. You
Sure.
know, at some point, far down the road, I'd love to have a web app that you can really dial in on.
That would be
um,
cool. Yeah.
It's low on my priorities list. I have a few other things I'm trying to do first.
Yeah, a big thing with microtonal playing is just having the ability to customize layouts, at least in my experience.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
But if you have like a Bose and K layout for popular tunings, 22, 31, few others, 17, 19, blah, 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 that's
Yeah, yeah.
probably good enough for a lot of people. But
Yeah, I'd say like, let's see, if I go to 19, you know, if I pick out layout, you see we have quite a few layouts here.
oh, okay, compressed Janko,
Yeah.
compressed Bose and K, Janko, Bose and K, harmonic table, Kleismic, interesting. So you
Yeah.
do have
and
these
then you
layouts.
also have options
yeah.
for, if you want to, you can mirror the layout vertically or mirror it horizontally. Some
Oh,
people have
that's
bought
cool.
to and wanted to make a left-handed version
That's
of a
cool.
layout or something
Yeah,
like that.
definitely cool.
So those I thought, okay, those are easy toggles to add without, you know, making the interface really clunky.
Sure. Another thing I like about the hex board is that like it's got all these cool visual modes. Like you press a
Oh,
key
yes.
and like different things light up. And
Yes. Oh, that was
it
that was one of
looks
my favorite
so
things
cool.
to put in.
yeah, I love that. I wish
Yeah.
they would do that on
Like-
some other controllers too, you know? Like every
yeah, yeah,
controller
like
should do that. Stuff
I
like
think
that.
so.
Yeah.
Although it's like I think about something like the Lumitone. It's like it would be amazing if they could do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's possible that so the sensors that they use to detect the keys, like the Hall effect sensors, depending on how it's set up, they might be sensitive to current fluctuating up and down. And if you're pulling a lot of power from LEDs, it can make the voltage drop a little bit in your system. And when that happens, then all of the sensors read differently. And so it's possible. I don't know that this is the case. You know, it's possible that the LEDs run off a completely different circuit. But I would guess maybe that would be why
Sure.
not. Or you know, it's just
You know better than I do.
too much fiddly stuff. Yeah. But that was one of those things that in developing, I suppose I can mention it. This is not very public at this point, but I'm working on a version with Hall effect keys. This is a year out, I'd say at this point.
Oh
but-
my goodness. This is going to be a velocity sensitive hex board.
Yes, velocity
Thi-
sensitive hex
This is
board,
what the
and,
people
you know,
have been
among other things.
craving.
They've been asking me since I released the original, and I thought, that's exactly what I wanted. But I also would prefer to have something as opposed to just giving up on it. But
Yes.
yeah. This is
Never give up.
this is what I've been working on, and it's I thought I'd have it out by 2025. It did not happen. It's an order of magnitude more complex than what I was doing on here, and I'm excited for what it's becoming, but it's not quite there.
I see.
One of the things in my early development was I would hit a button, I'd change the LED brightness, and then all of a sudden the sensors are thrown off, and it's like, oh boy.
Oh, I see.
How do I make this? Do the reactive effects while not losing the accuracy of the keys?
I see.
So then I have to figure out
man.
what's a tolerable, compromise there.
Does that mean we're not gonna have as many cool effects? Visual
I'm
effects?
aiming for all the visual effects.
Oh man.
I will see. The worst case scenario, I have to turn them off or dial them down.
All the pretty lights, man. Come on.
I know that's like one of the best parts.
It's so cool.
That's kind of a worst case. I have to make it less.
You have to dim them or less intense.
Yeah, it's like less contrast. But yeah, let's say I go to splash. I have.
Oh my god! Look at that. That's so cool. I
Thank
love
you.
it.
Something I actually added recently was you can turn down the brightness of the keys when they're not being pressed, but still keep the brightness of the animations high.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it gets blindingly bright. You can see my face lighting up when I.
Yes. That's what we want.
Oh.
You get on a stage
Yes,
and start doing that. It's gonna be amazing.
Absolutely. There we go. Yep. Or beams.
Oh Very cool.
Yeah. Hope you can't hear what it's actually playing because it's not sounding good. I'll tell you that.
I just hear the clacking of the buttons, which sounds kind of nice. I like that sound.
Good. These are nice switches. I'm using. There's lots of different kinds of switches. The first ones I used were very clacky on the early models, and then I discovered some quiet ones but they're nice and smooth. I guess let me see how loud it is to me. Yeah, it's fairly quiet to me, but I suppose it's closer with the microphone right there. Yeah,
it's not super loud, but it's a satisfying sound.
It's,
like hearing somebody playing a game on their controller or typing on a keyboard or something. Like I don't know, it sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I've noticed like some of these have cool, like yours has these cool flower designs, and your button has a sun on it and stuff. Do you do a lot of custom designs like that?
I used to do that more. It does take me more time, and so I'm trying to figure out right now, how do I incorporate that into keeping the price reasonable? Or do I have an option where if somebody wants to go crazy, they can pay me some extra money to get something done? Yeah, this was my wife's idea. She wanted a flower garden on top, and then what if we had dinosaur bones underneath?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's so fun, man. This instrument is so fun, man. The lights and the designs and
I guess you can't see it very well, but clear along the edge.
Yeah.
So all your lights shine through.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. And it seems really lightweight, and it's obviously portable. And
I mean, it's kind of heavy.
It is?
You can hurt someone with it. Yeah.
Heavier than it looks.
Let me think. How heavy is it? Is it a kilogram? No, maybe not quite.
That can't be that bad. Gee.
At one point I measured it. No, it can't be that heavy. I don't remember.
I mean, you're not breaking a sweat carrying it downstairs.
No, you're not. It's fairly nice to carry, but it does have heft to it.
Dude, I used to haul my Roland Juno DS without a case downtown 3 times a week to do open mics.
Whew. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, man. And that's that's actually a lightweight keyboard too, but for a keyboard. But that thing, dude, you could carry in a backpack. right there.
It's
The
true.
hex board.
It's nice.
Yeah.
But you know, it has some self-defense capabilities in terms of, you know, it's a nice throwable weight.
So if someone starts talking smack about microtones,
Yeah, absolutely.
you can just give them a
That's
good
the
whack
only
with that
reasonable
thing.
response. Yeah.
Very nice.
Right.
Set 'em
Definitely
straight.
worth the cost. You know.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah. And then
yeah.
I also have cases for them now.
Oh, that is a nice case.
Yeah. So
Does
was
that
something
come
recently.
with the purchase, or is that separate?
Yes, it does. It
Wow.
does.
Very nice.
Yep. Yeah, it was. Man, it was something that I wanted to do, and then I ordered it, and then all the tariffs hit, and I was like, oh no, they haven't shipped it yet. I'm in trouble. Fortunately, the levels got to an okay level where I'm like, I can handle this. And then I told them, yeah, I told the manufacturer, just don't ship it, please.
Very nice.
You know, let's wait a few weeks for this to cool off.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
hey, man. I know you said beforehand that you might only have an hour or so. So normally I wouldn't rush the conversation, but since we do
sure.
have limited time, do you want to take questions from anyone watching?
Sure.
Does anyone have any
Yeah, I'd love
questions?
to take questions.
Any questions for the man, for Jared himself, shaping the silence,
Yep.
hex board?
Me, myself, I.
No questions yet.
Perfect. No questions.
Hey,
Excellent. Buy now.
Well,
No.
I'm sure we'll get. Oh, we have one here from Wimp Shrimp. Says,
Sure.
how much does it cost to manufacture the hex board? I don't know if you want to share
That's a
that.
great question.
But,
So
yeah,
it's. I mean, I can share it.
that's the question.
It's tricky. It's like, okay, well, at what volume? Because there's a certain extent to which it's like, well, in theory, you know, if I'm ordering, let's say I'm ordering 10 circuit boards at a time, I might be able to get it for around like $50 to $60 per circuit board, and then you have about how much in keys? Depending on what switches you get, you could pay anywhere from $40 to like $120 just for the switches. The screen is, you know, $10. And then I don't know what else. Well, the 3D printed case. Oh yeah. In terms of actual materials, you know, you might have like $15 of materials there. And then it's like, okay, well, how many hours of machine time is that? Each one takes 30 hours of machine time to get the plastics made. And if I'm really doing great in terms of assembling them, the partially assembled kits take me, like when I get it assembled to this level, that's maybe 15 minutes. I really worked on dialing that time down. That was like most of the development of the second iteration, was bringing down that build time. Snapping the actual keys in, that's, you know, maybe another 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, and then it's like, well, how much do all the machines I need cost? Let's go over here. You know, I run
Holy
these
moly.
two machines
Look
for
at that.
most of my parts. Yeah.
That's
So-
cool.
And then I also recently got a new big shiny machine for my new boards because they need a bit more accuracy, and
Awesome.
they have there's a special build plate that has little codes all over it, teeny tiny codes that it uses to, like, I don't know, it calibrates the motion system, and it works a lot better that way.
Oh, it's so cool.
Now it's zoomed in.
Thanks for showing that
Thank you.
stuff off. It's really
Yeah,
neat.
and then, you know, I
actually.
need to get air filters running, because if I'm running
Yes.
these machines for hours and hours and hours,
Yeah.
I can't be doing that without tons of filtration.
Right.
So it's like, if you're doing this yourself, it's fine to just run off one. You're not going to hurt anyone. But it's like, you know, I'm running these hours and
Right.
hours in my own house.
So
I now have to pay
basically,
for all that stuff.
if you just were to look at the price of the parts, they seem very inexpensive.
Yeah,
But when you
price of
consider
parts.
the manufacturing costs, the labor, blah blah blah, that's a little
Yeah.
bit harder to put a number on. But yeah,
I mean, it's like, in terms of actual cost, you know, in terms of like, let's pretend all the machines are free and, you know, $150, $200 maybe, per board,
Okay.
something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a lot of other stuff that goes into it. And then also, I want to make this next one. And this has been a very expensive thing. Like ordering this prototype was $1,200. Because
Oh,
I have to
wow.
do like really small runs for these prototypes. And so every time I run a prototype, it's like, oh,
Oh, interesting.
yep.
Okay, I see. All right.
Yep.
Let's see. Do we have any other questions? Delta Quartz says, "What are the tech considerations you think about when it comes to thinking of the switches for the velocity-sensitive board?"
Well, when it comes to just the switches themselves, which are basically a magnet on a spring, these ones I want it to have. It needs to be silent because I can't be having these things clack clack clack. Most people don't want that. Some people do. Most don't. So in terms of that, that's what I'm looking for there. But then it's like the main thing that's to do with these new velocity switches is the sensor back here. And this senses the magnetic field coming from the switch. Sorry, I'm getting excited talking about all this technical stuff. Pardon me. Yeah. What can? Well, I guess the biggest thing about that is the read speed. How many times are you sampling each sensor? And so you need to sample the sensors extremely frequently in order to tell how quickly the switch is moving. Especially since it's a 4 millimeter travel, and being able to capture that, you need to be going 1,000 times a second on each sensor at least. And then, like, another thing about the sensors is they're always pulling power if they're on, and so I need to figure out. In order to keep the power usage reasonable for 130 sensors, I have to turn them off in banks. And so I have to like turn it on briefly, capture the current status, and then move to the next set, and on and on
Wow.
down the line. And that's been its own thing.
This is really
It's
interesting.
possible to,
Yeah.
yeah, it's possible to have the sensors on constantly and just read them, and that would be the easiest way. But I'm trying to do a little bit more than just a USB powered thing. With a built-in sound generator, it's like, why not have batteries? Like,
Right. Right.
if you can fit it in a backpack, why do you need to pull out your laptop to run this thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I'm with
And
you
so
there.
it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, if I need it to run on batteries, how much power am I allowed to take before the battery life, just goes like that?
I see.
Um,
So you have
that's
to, a lot
yeah,
of stuff you have to figure out.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's
With
easy.
the-
It's
you know,
easy.
With these switches, it's just on or off. You don't have to constantly be reading them.
Right.
They're pretty simple, low power. Anyway, yeah.
I was gonna say it's easy as a microtonal musician to be like, why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? Talking about all your
Yeah.
favorite
I mean, why
controllers, but you don't realize how much
Yeah.
goes into actually creating these things and all the
It's
limitations of the tech. And
Yep. I mean, it's yeah.
maybe I've
right.
learned a lesson from this. We'll see.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, look, it'd be cool if you could have the thing that does all the stuff for $200. I would love that, and then I'd just quit building these things and do something else with my time. Nobody else is doing this. Yeah.
Right. Okay, I do have more questions if you'd like some more.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Computer says or asks, do you have a shorter name, Mr. Shaping the Silence? And
Yes, you can call me Jared.
okay, and part two of that question, and have
part
you
two.
made music we may listen to? Do you have music?
I've made music as Shaping the Silence. If you go to my website, shapingthesilence.com, you can see music I've made. It's all 12-tone. Boring. Leave it alone. You can download all the stems to all my music too, because I just put it up there. I
That's
made
cool.
music for a very long time. I stopped because I have literally no time with all this stuff I'm trying to do here.
I see.
Yeah, I also, like, return on investment extremely low on the music, good luck giving away music for free. I'm giving away music with stems for free. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Hey, you're preaching to the choir here,
that's,
man.
that's just how it is with the music, you know?
I know.
Yeah,
A
you
lot
know,
of
it's
us
like
know.
you spend all this time dialing all the sounds and trying to get it, and it's like, well, okay, nobody cares. That's what it is.
All right. Stephen Weigel asks, do the small keys seem precise to play relative to a piano? A Lumitone seems to have roughly piano spacing and muscle memory for things like octaves and fifths, blah blah blah. So are the interval size, does it feel anything like a piano? I would assume probably not, right?
Closer to a computer keyboard.
Closer to
That's yeah. So you'll need a little bit more precision than a piano. These are 20 millimeters apart, and so you know, imagine playing a computer keyboard. It's going to be pretty similar spacing there. Yeah, that keeps it, you know, compact enough, and also, you know, you get more buttons.
Very nice. Wimp Shrimp asks, would you ship to the UK?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was something I figured out last year in the middle of the whole tariff situation. I figured out I can get cheaper shipping. If you don't mind waiting a few weeks, you can order. If I keep the price of the total thing under $400, I'm able to ship with a discount shipping. So if you get this kit and then buy the switches directly from China, that's going to be your best bet on pricing. And then, yeah, I think $324 would be the cost. And then you have to pay, what, like 20-30% for your taxes on top of that. So that's roughly what you'd be looking at if you were to buy it, you know, in the UK or anywhere in the EU, somewhere around there.
Nice. Cool. Any other? No, I guess that's all the questions I have. If we get any others, I guess I'll let you know. Are you in a rush to get out of here, or you
I'm
want to keep
not.
chatting?
Nope.
I am a little curious about your history as a musician. So obviously you play some of these keyboards and stuff. What other instruments do you play? What kind of music were you making when you were still making
growing
music?
up, I played piano growing up, so I can play okay-ish piano at this point, and I can sing pretty well. And so
Nice.
those are my instruments. I think I can play 3.5 chords on a guitar. Yeah, that's about my range there, though. I got too into the music production stuff. You know, it's like, oh, it's nerdy. I like it. I can just sit down and make sound.
You're talking about like
you know, that was
making music in a DAW?
like synthesizer.
Yeah.
Making music in a DAW. That was primarily what I focused on doing, and so yeah, that's what I got good at. Oops. AI says not necessary anymore.
Oh no. Yes. I've been learning that lately. How to produce.
Yeah.
I think it's really
It's-
cool. It's
it's
really
tricky.
interesting stuff. But yeah, I played piano for years, and that's all I wanted to do. But now I just want to do sound design. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Hey man, do you got anything else you'd like to say? Anything else you'd like to any wisdom for the people?
A fun curiosity. Here's another one of my instruments I built.
Oh.
It is a Guitar Hero.
Wow.
So let's just pull this up. But I gutted it and replaced, you know, put batteries in it. So like you tilt it and whoa, the lights move.
Oh, that is cool.
You strum down and it goes that way, you strum up and it goes that way.
What?
Yeah. I even had a dance pad, like DDR.
Yeah.
DDR dance pad that I made from scratch, and I put lights under the foot switches and everything, and so you get those kind of swirling rainbow animations underneath your footsteps.
I like how there's so much of the lighting up and all these fun visual effects. Yeah.
I mean, it's especially like my goal with doing this stuff was like I wanted to play electronic music like like you would make in a DAW. You know, you're spending all this time getting all the stuff sequenced, blah blah blah. And then I wanted to take that and make it into an interesting live experience. And you know, it's like the DJ thing is just boring. I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you
and
do
so it's
on
like,
stage?
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, what am I doing? Well, I need to do something with my hands.
Right.
You know? And while I'm at it, keep my feet busy too, because I don't know how to dance. Oh, I have to stomp on the switches now. Great, perfect.
Interesting. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So it was like I was trying to build that sort of thing up, and I was able to get one song done, and I made a video out of it in 2020, like right after the lockdowns and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was pretty proud of it, and then I kind of burned out at that point. I was like,
Yeah.
what next? How do I top that? I don't know. And, you know, the answer would have been continue and just make a whole show's worth of stuff. But
That's not what you
was
did.
probably too much work. Sounded
Yeah.
like a lot of work. It's like, no, there has to be an easier way.
Yeah. Delta Quartz has another question. He said, "Do you do any electronics lighting work for videos or stage productions? Seems like you've totally got the tech and
No.
skill set for it."
No. This is all like, I wanted to do it, so I figured out how. You know, it's like, watch some YouTube tutorials, break a lot of things, and figure it out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I even had stage lighting for it that I built myself. And I had a thing I had on my arm where I could point it at the different lights and press a button on my finger, and it would shoot the lights.
Yeah.
I was going for a whole like Metroid kind of theme thing where it's like I had a blaster on my arm, and there was two buttons that I could switch on here, and one button would switch the weapon. It would change the color of it, and then the other one would shoot. And depending on which weapon I shot the lights with, it would have different sounds, different parts of the song that it would trigger, things like that.
Interesting.
Yep.
Um,
So hey, if anybody wants that, I need to give it to somebody.
Any
It's just taking up
takers?
space in my room.
Stephen Weigel says, "Have you ever done a piece at an electroacoustic conference? Your installations would
No.
slay."
Wait. Thanks. Actually, yes.
Yes.
I did one live performance in front of real people.
Whoa.
Yeah, somebody reached out to me, and they wanted me to play in like a little thing they were putting on, and I said yes, and then I had no idea what I was doing, and I was in the middle of building new instruments, and so I kind of cobbled something together, and it was okay. I didn't die, and people seemed happy. So,
Cool.
yeah, I did do that once. It was terrifying. I'm probably just like a lot of the failure. Looking back, I'm like, I was just trying to avoid doing the hard things.
Yeah.
I was trying to think my way out of the problem of doing hard stuff.
I
Think hard
see.
enough. I wanted
Yeah.
to work hard. Yeah.
Right. Who wants to work hard?
That doesn't work. No. No.
You can be like me and you can just work
no.
really hard for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. See, there you go. That's it. Well, see, I would work really hard doing things that didn't scare me as much. That
Sure.
was the thing for me. It was like, you know, doing production, sitting down and working with synths or learning, you know, this, that, or the other thing. That doesn't scare me. You know, getting in front of people and doing it is like, ooh, I have to what?
Yeah.
And it might not be perfect.
Right.
I might
Oh.
mess up.
Well, we all have our limitations, you know.
Yeah.
We all have our comfort zone and all that. I for one am
Yeah.
glad that you're making these cool isometric controllers, but you know, it'd be cool to see perform or something too. I know you used to live stream. Did you do music
Yeah.
live
Oh, yeah.
streaming? Or
I would do music production.
Yeah.
So a lot of like teaching people as I'm going and just also chatting, but then also the last couple years of it, I realized, oh, this is bad for me.
oh really?
Because like the constant stream of chat as I'm going is too much for my personality. Like I want everyone to be happy.
I
And
see. Yeah.
The most vocal people in chat are the people who
Complaining.
are the most
Yeah.
demanding.
You're right.
And the least, you know, it's like they're just trying to control you. and I
Sure,
would just
yeah.
lean into that. I just let that happen.
Ah, yeah.
I was not good at it. So, after, a few years, no, it was not after a few, it was after like 8 or 9 years of
Oh,
singing
wow.
regularly. I was
Nuts.
like, this is really bad for me.
That's a long time. You must have had a decent
Yeah,
following
it
at that
was,
point. I mean,
I mean, I put in a lot of hours.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would get a regular, like,
Did you get paid for that?
6 to 12
Did you have
viewers.
subscribers and stuff? Very little.
Bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Cool.
I might have made, let's say over the course of 8 or 9 years, maybe I made $500.
Hey, man, you're my hero, dude.
Yeah.
I've made $5.
Yeah, there you go.
Made $5 off of streaming.
Yeah.
And it's only it
Fair
hasn't
enough.
been 9 years yet.
It's like,
But
as far as music, it's like, I've made a few $100s off of music. If you don't count how much I spent and all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't count what you spent, right? You count that, you lost money on music.
That doesn't count. That does. What? It's music.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to make money.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the tricky thing about music. It's like, because you can't make good music with a motivation of, I'm doing this, I need to maximize revenues, It's a tricky thing. It just doesn't work that way.
right. I mean, if you think about that and you're not making money, you're gonna be really frustrated.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
to make really good art, it's one of those things where it's like, it can't be motivated primarily by money. It's like, if you want to make something that's good, it has to challenge people in a way. It's like it has to be something that people can grow from. And the thing that's going to get the most eyeballs, the most money, whatever, is not that.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
then
they're
at
like-
the same time, everyone's trying to do that. So
Right.
either way, you don't win.
It's like impossible to stand out, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
It's difficult
It's
to do.
like, I have friends who make great music, and I'm like, man, if I was rich, I would just pay them and tell them, make more, please.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
but I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's like one I'll be like, oh, this one that you made is really good. He's like, yeah, that one doesn't get a lot of streams. I'm like, yeah, but it's really good.
Right. I know. It used
Yeah.
back in the olden days
Back
of,
in the old days.
of the classical music, they had like patrons
Before
and
we
all that.
ruined everything. Yeah.
We need
there's a lot of good to that system. There's ups and downs. But
now we have
here's where we
Patreon.
are, and we gotta. Yeah. And by the way, linked below, you can get to the. Is that? I don't
You have a Patreon?
No.
Oh,
Wait,
I thought
maybe.
that's
I don't know
that's
if
what you
I
were getting at.
deactivated No.
I don't have one.
If I do, don't give to it. Yeah.
Don't follow Shaping the Silence on Patreon, please.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
Right, because if someone signs up, you have to give them something. That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't make a
That's a
Patreon.
lot.
Because I'm like, what am I
That's
going to give
that's a
someone?
lot.
I have nothing to give.
Nothing to give. Nothing. No one's interested in me. Nobody's watching.
Yeah, you're saying my thoughts
And
out
some
loud
people
right
just-
now.
Let's see. Some people do want to just give because they're like, oh, this is really cool, and I want to see more of it.
Yeah.
And so some people, and that's cool. I like that, and I'm like that with some people that whose work that I enjoy, but it's not that much at this point.
Hey, you a fan of any microtonal music? Or do you just tolerate us?
No, I absolutely tolerate it. I tolerate it very well. Some would say too well.
Really?
No, there've been some things that I've really enjoyed. It's like Lumitone. I'm sure they spent good money producing all of those videos they made. Oh my goodness, with some of those artists.
Sure.
Absolutely enjoy that. It's good stuff.
You like Lumitone artists.
Mike Battaglia.
Mike
was it?
Battaglia,
Yeah.
Zia Arose, maybe. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I listened to some of those. Like as I was building, when I was in the stage where I had to solder all them together, I would just put on like a whole playlist of that stuff for a while. I was just soldering for hours.
Oh, you do like it.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not listening to it all the
You've
time.
gone out of your way to hear it over
Oh
an
yeah,
extended period of
it was an
time.
accident. I it misclick really. I couldn't control it though. I had work to get done.
You couldn't be bothered to change the channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. All
No,
right.
I enjoy it, and I like. So I have a thing in my Discord where people who have the hex board can post things that they've made. It's such a pleasure to hear when somebody just makes something with the hex board microtonal. I'm like, yes, they're making things. I love it.
Nice.
More, please.
Yeah.
And I probably should ask people for permission to post on social media because I don't post on social media, but I should do that. Be like, hey, can I post this video you made, please? Thank you.
Yeah, it'd be cool to.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I'd love to see like some microtonal hexboard stuff.
Yeah.
I saw a video I think it was you and your friend jamming, or you and some other guy both playing
Yeah.
hexboards.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of my producer friend. He does music professionally, it was really fun. I got to go visit him and build that with him. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, on my Discord, I have a place for people to just post live performances or hexboard performances. There you go. That's something that I've really enjoyed seeing those performances come in because there's some really creative things out there. And also, people like get the hexboard and then they're making stuff right away. I'm like, how are you playing with both hands at the same time? I can't do that. How do you do this? It's like I've been practicing on my computer keeper. What?
Wow.
Yeah.
And you played piano, you said.
Yeah. I mean, I was whiny enough at about 12 that my parents decided we're done.
They let you go. They let you quit.
Yeah. I won. Ha!
Yeah, I teach piano. I experience that all the time.
Mm. Yep.
Teenagers love to quit.
Yeah. Whoops.
Very nice.
I shouldn't have, but oh well. I have important things to do.
You gotta hang out with your friends and stuff, man.
Yeah. Well,
Play video games.
Not that. No, it's like I gotta. I don't know. It's probably play Mario Kart or something.
Dude, when I was a teenager, I had to run off with all my buds and get into trouble.
No man, playing out in the woods. I guess I would do that. Yeah.
Did some of that too, yeah.
And building tree forts with wood from the neighbor's yard. He was not happy about that one.
Really? Your neighbor yelled at you for stealing his wood.
Oh, absolutely.
Was it like, wait, was it like his, was it random
he
wood
would, like,
or was it his lumber?
Well, it was random wood. And so it was random wood, and it was right at the property line. It was questionable if he wanted it or not, but
But these were planks of wood or it was like a dead tree?
assorted random pieces of wood, planks. Yeah,
Planks.
like scrap wood from this or that project.
So his old Home Depot wood.
Yeah.
You rapscallions went and burgled it.
Absconded with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
No, it's okay. There we go.
Um,
Now I'm in trouble.
yes,
Wee.
right.
Yep.
Very nice. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Well, hey man, thanks for hanging out with us and chatting and
Of course.
everything. And
Yeah.
I think that's all the questions from everybody. But dude, it's
Yeah, I'm trying to think if
been a
there's
pleasure
anything
talking
more.
with you for sure. Yeah, if there's anything else you want to share,
Thank you. Yeah.
please do.
Let's see. See, now I actually got to check and see how many I have in stock right now in my store.
Yeah,
Probably
let us
just a handful,
know.
But
I was looking at the website. I saw you've got a couple like pre-made. You've got a couple like plug in your own
yeah, yeah.
buttons. So there are some hex
Yes.
boards out here.
There are some available. Yeah, yeah. So I have. Oh, I probably should make another clear one. I just sold that one, but there's one that was printed with fully clear filament on it. It kind of ended up looking frosted clear,
Oh, cool.
which was a lot of fun. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. If you go there and select the clear one, it's not in stock anymore, but I should probably make another one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tin Michael says, great show. Delta Quartz says, thank you so much for the fantastic interview. Computer said, yes,
you.
piano lessons, quitter club.
Yeah.
More showcase of what people are doing on Hexboard. Metroid inspired music is on my list. I love AM2R OST.
Yeah.
Xeno Index says good
Yeah.
stuff. I'm a big Metroid fan myself. I love Super Metroid
Yeah.
hacks, man. I play those
Mm-hmm.
like every weekend.
Yeah, I mean the aesthetic really gets me. Like, I think it was right before I stopped producing music. Is like I was really getting into a groove of building out these like scenes in Blender that sort of had a bit of sci-fi stuff in it, and then
Ooh.
having a track for that.
That's
Sort
cool.
of have a little animated scene with a song to go with it. That was also one of those like I built up too much. I could never sustain that, and I thought I can't go back to doing not that.
Oh,
You know, that's a
life.
yeah. That's yeah. Building up expectations to here, and then being like, well, if I can't meet that, I might as well just disappear off the face of the earth.
Dude, there's a million things I've poured so much myself into and never finished. It's just so insane, man.
I mean, if I open my projects that I didn't finish, I have projects that are at the 90% line, like nearly done. Representing probably over 1,000 hours of work, and
Yeah.
it's like, could I finish it? Maybe, or I just don't care enough anymore. But it's good stuff. That's just too bad.
And what are you gonna do, man?
Yeah, yeah. But in the meantime, hey, if you're interested in what I make, cool, enjoy it. It's there for you to enjoy. There's fun
Yes.
stems in there. You could even grab samples out of it and do whatever you want with it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That you put the stems up.
Yeah, I don't know how long. Like my website's been a little bit iffy on that, but if you can download them, cool, do it. Should be there though.
Nice.
Yeah, let's see. I'm going to go to screen capture. Wow, look at that. Yeah, go to my website and music archive. Look at that. There we go. So if I go to one of these, whoa! You click on this, you get the animation and the song. Yeah.
That's
Some
cool.
flavor text there. Yeah. So I spent a lot of time building this up, and then it's like, well, yeah. But there you go. You can download it. You can get stems for it. Oh, and I made 3D printables for different parts. Oh yeah, yeah. Even in the scene, I made little parts that you could 3D print.
Interesting.
Even the Blender source file for this scene. Wow.
You can
Forgot about that.
3D print stuff from the video.
Yeah. There's like these little light up cubes falling out of a broken container ship or something. Yeah,
Interesting.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
That is interesting. It's like this big multimedia thing.
Yeah, it was what I was trying to go for, and it's like, yeah, maybe if I had the time to just like keep this running for a while, I could have done something with it, but I didn't have time for that, and this hexboard thing started taking off, and I was like, well, this is serving more people better to build the hexboard. I should probably do that because I enjoy it, and might as well.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I look forward to hearing about Hexboard updates and stuff.
Yeah, right. Hey, I'll let you know when I have something more than this to show off. it might be a while, but I'll probably need to start going up as guest on different streams or things like that to do marketing.
Sure. No, I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming in, and like, people ask me about controllers all the time, and I do
Yeah.
usually mention Hexboard because it's one of the more affordable options. And now I know a lot more
you.
about it, so I can tell people the nitty-gritty. Let them know what
Thank
they're
you.
going to get.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, it was really cool to see what you can do on this.
Actually, a question for the audience: how much would I have to charge to sell to basically everyone? and then it's
What
like,
price
figure
would
out how to
get
stripped
you
down.
to buy, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Why have you
General
not bought a
survey.
hex board? What's your
Yeah.
price?
Come on, what's wrong with you? Ha!
I can tell you, you know what? I don't know what,
Yeah.
if it was, you want the honest answer?
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
I think if it was
it.
$200,
Yeah.
maybe I would have bought one
Absolutely.
already.
Like a no-brainer kind of thing.
If it was $100, I would have definitely bought one. I mean,
Okay.
I'd buy one probably tomorrow.
I'm just,
But
yeah.
I
Fair
think
enough.
200 would
Yeah,
be
that's-
reasonable.
200. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Wimp Shrimp
I
says,
appreciate
I'm
you,
hooked
and
on
that's
350 pounds, I think that is. Raffi says, I
yeah.
bought one at 200 without keys.
nice.
200 pounds, says Wimp Shrimp. Zeno says, add velocity and I buy. Actually, that's really the big thing for me. That's really why I
Yeah,
didn't get one.
Right.
It's because it didn't have velocity.
So yeah, the tricky thing, velocity.
Yeah.
That will cost more, and I cannot say it any other way. It will cost more, and that's what it's gonna be. But yes, I will try to. So the thing about making it with velocity, here's another thing. So as I'm making it with velocity, these sensors are kind of expensive, and I have 133 of them. So it's like all that stuff, and then it's like, okay, what can I add to the board to make it more valuable without adding much more to the bill of materials? That's been one of the challenges. Like, okay, what value do I add? So right now, what I'm working towards is a battery built, or an optional battery, because shipping batteries is really complicated, and I don't think I have the overhead to do that. But like an 18650, like a vape battery cell, essentially. Drop that in there, and then you have a rechargeable battery, and then a better synth, something that can maybe a sampler or some other stuff on there. Those are the things that I'm building out right now that are adding a lot of the complexity, but it shouldn't add too much to the cost for me to add those features versus just the main surface here that I built.
See.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be
That's
reasonable.
another thing about building. Yeah.
It'd be reasonable to pay a little more for velocity, in my opinion. But it's sort of the thing where it's like, I don't know if I want to pay anything for a controller that has no velocity, or if I do, it should be pretty cheap.
Right. Fair
Somebody asked, how much would it be to ship one to Canada?
Canada? I mean, I think it would be about.
Computer asked that.
So if you want it,
How much to ship to Southwest Canada?
The best way would be to get the partially assembled kit. So it won't have switches. You'll have to buy your own keyboard switches. But the cheapest way to get it is that. It'll be $324 to get it shipped to Canada, I think, and then you'll have to pay, maybe have to pay fees on it. Sometimes when I've shipped to Canada, they've had to pay taxes on it. Sometimes they haven't. I can't say for sure.
It's weird stuff with the tariffs.
Budget 20% just in case. But yeah, 324 plus, an additional 20%. Just assume that. Get the partially assembled kit. Order key switches, or like the keyboard switches direct from China. That's the cheapest way to get it. Yeah. If you buy fully assembled, I have to use a more expensive shipping option because I have to charge more for that. It goes over the $400 price point, and then I have to use more expensive shipping.
So for me personally, and I say this in part because Delta Quartz said, admittedly, I'm not in the market since I already bought the Lumitone, but it's exciting to have this available for future microtonalists. But I'm thinking maybe I personally, because I have a Lumitone as well, and I have a Instrument.
Yeah.
So it's like, would I even want a hex board? Well, if it had a standalone synthesizer and I could walk, because I can't do that right now. It'd be nice to have a portable instrument that I could noodle around on.
Yeah.
Take to the park or whatever, because I like, you know, I haven't left the house in years, mostly thanks to microtones. So
Yeah. Whoops.
that would be it. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I've fallen into a hobby and I can't get up.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I think if it was portable and I could go mess around in the park or, you know, on my friend's porch and all that, like that would incentivize me to think about it at least.
Like, in quitting music, I think it was I realized, oh, actually plugging it into the DAW and like getting an instrument loaded, and that's a lot of friction to practice. Like that. It was. I realized how much of a bother it is, and I was like, "Oh, I need to fix that." Because if you actually have a portable instrument, you should be able to just power it up and go.
Yeah, it's nice. It's just nice to be able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
And Raffy Beatbox says, I paid about $80 for 160 switches from China a few days ago. Got a few extra because just in case. Plus, it was free shipping at $80.
Yeah. Nice.
Computer says, practice friction is a useful term. I will keep this in my mind. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you know, you don't want to have to. Okay, in order to do the thing that's hard, that's way harder to do than sitting down and watching Netflix. I have to go over to this thing, turn on my computer, load up the DAW, open the plugin, you know, get this da. It's like, okay, good luck.
Right.
Netflix is going to win 9 times out of 10.
Zeno says the friction is real. The friction is real. Excuse me, Jared. The friction is real. Agree or disagree? The friction is real. Quick.
Agree?
Thank you. Yes, always. The friction is real. Okay, very nice, very nice. Plug into synth to though. I don't know what that means, but thank you, Raffy. Okay, any other comments or questions? Do you have any other questions for the chatters or viewers, whatever you want to call them?
Oh, yeah.
The people.
Kind of.
Yes.
The people. What do they want?
What do the people want?
You know, as far as what do the people want? I mean, so as I'm building out the new thing, I need to come up with a new menu system. Currently, it's the system I have is sort of, I don't know, it's tricky because like each tuning has attached to it a bunch of layouts and a bunch of scales and a bunch of blah blah. Okay, in order to do that, every single time I add a tuning, I have to fill out scales, layouts, and things like that. I have to populate that manually. How would people want a generator function to work? Like X EDO, or you know, each step is X, you know, hertz, or something like that.
I have a lot of thoughts on this if you want to hear mine.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
and the reason is because I have a Linstrument, and I don't know if you're familiar with Kite Gudritis, but he's a big microtonal guy. He's made like the Kite guitar. He's done a lot of like microtonal theory and stuff. He's also been developing custom firmware for the Linstrument that makes it microtonal.
Okay.
And
gotcha. Hey, sorry, I got
go for it.
Child crying outside my door who should be asleep right now.
Uh-oh. Hey man, do what you gotta do. Sorry. Do what you gotta do. In the meantime, Raffy said just saying hooking it up to a DAW isn't. Oh, I'm sorry, Raffy. I didn't understand your comment earlier, but that makes sense. Yes, it'd be nice to be able to do both. Yeah. It should be a standalone synth and a MIDI controller. You could probably get Savage for help. He did make Scala. Okay. Good point, I guess. I have 3.5 millimeter audio jack, MIDI, and USB MIDI. For layout generation, the more options, the better.
So you're saying something about Kite and firmware?
Yes. So, so like basically in the firmware, you choose the EDO, right? And then you choose the horizontal and the vertical offset. So basically how many EDO steps it is from left to right and how many it is up and down. So I think that would more or less be the same on Hexboard. Maybe you'd have to do one diagonal instead. I'm not really sure exactly.
I mean that makes sense. I could
But it's
totally
still
do
it'd still
that.
be
Yeah,
a two-dimensional. Like you could still express it in 2 or 3 dimensions or whatever. If you put in 2 parameters, you'd have the whole layout. But the thing is
Okay, yeah,
that
that makes sense because
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Go on.
the other
I
thing
mean, it's like in yeah.
you can tell it like every note is this particular color. So if you're in like 22 Edo, you get 22 lights that show up and you select the color for each note. See what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
But-
that makes a lot of sense. I mean, in the firmware right now, let's actually, I kind of want to pull it up, but it's essentially you have to define a layout, it's 3 numbers. So one number is what's the note in the middle of the board? And then one number is so there's like 2 offsets. So it's like, okay, what is this key is what the first number is. And then the next one is what's this, how many steps is this, and how many steps is this.
Yeah.
You know, you get
Exactly.
those, and then
Yeah.
it populates the whole layout from there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That could be done. Then I would have to, so I'd have to ignore all of the scales. Yeah, tuning and layout would kind of be combined into one thing. So you pick EDO, you pick layout, you design your layout, and then you don't have scales. Color options, there's one color option where on here it's manually entered into the firmware code. The rest are generative, which would all work without having to pre-program in your own layout color. That could work. It could work. I've got to figure out how to simplify then towards that. Because I think what I need to do is have 2 different ways of building layouts. One would be your in-depth way where you have a web app similar to what the Lumatone does, where you pick each key and you assign it whatever thing, which looks like a real pain. And
It is,
you know,
yeah.
I would not want to do that.
Super annoying.
But you know, it's like, okay, you have that option for the people who really want to assign each key. But then the other option would be XEDO, Y in this direction and Z in that direction, and then boom, there's your layout.
Yeah.
You can pick your colors for that. Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then make that, and then you can save it. Okay. Actually, no, I'm thinking this through. Okay, this could work because then you have with the color options. There's the one color mode where it's the one named tiered is like one that gets pre-programmed in for each layout. That one could be you set these colors yourself. Like each note in the octave, you pick which color it is. But then the other ones, you could just have generative layouts like the kite colors here, or rainbow of fifths, or piano layout, or alt piano, or filament. Like these can all be attached to any EDO without any additional programming.
Yeah. Yeah, the kite colors. That's the same kite
okay.
I was just talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, same guy.
Okay. That sounds doable. I would need to strip back a lot of the current features and rebuild. So I think I won't do it on this board at this point. But I think what I'll do is I'll build towards that on the new board, and then backport it to the old one when I get that working. Because the chips that run these boards are similar enough where I can port the code between them fairly easily. It's just that the newer one has a bit more horsepower in it. You can do a little bit more on it.
Cool. Nice. Yeah. Well, that'd be awesome. Delta Quartz says, I think more efficient layout generation is a huge way to get a step ahead of Lumatone because it's very clunky and requires a lot of work in the Lumatone editor.
Yeah.
Exton says this guy's
that's
project.
Part of why we did the presets, the tuning presets, is because like it wants you to be able to just pick
Yeah.
Pick your EDO, pick your layout. You're off to go. You know?
Presets are nice.
Each EDO that's
yeah.
in here has a handful of presets.
Not everyone wants to figure out all their presets too, so it's good to like have some of the like the Bose K, Wiki Haydn, just to have those in different tunings. Computer says it'd be nice to have options outside of EDO, like to set the horizontal and vertical interval to just any interval or sense value. So basically, just any Rank 2 tuning. You just say this way is this many cents, that way is that many cents.
That, yeah.
Or just
like,
interval. Blah, blah.
I need to think that like that sort of thing. I need to know like several of these things. So it's like the XEDO thing, great, good to know that. But then the other stuff, I need to know that when I'm building the architecture, so that way I'm not trying to duct tape a module onto there to make it work.
Yeah, and I would encourage
when I build the code from the ground up. Yeah.
I would encourage anyone who is interested in Hexboard and because obviously Jared is interested in what people want and wants to make Hexboard what people want it to be, you know what I mean? To join his Discord, because he has a Discord server.
I don't have a Discord. I don't know. You could probably grab it off my website.
I can find your Discord, or or do you prefer that or email or what? How should they get a hold of you?
If you just DM me on Discord or email me, jared@shapingthesilence.com, that'd be fine too.
Cool.
I can't say I'm going to implement all this stuff right now, but I want to know this stuff as I'm building the new system. Because I think I'm going to kind of build from scratch for the new board, and then once it gets mature enough to where it has more features than the old board, then I'll move it backport it to the old board. My intention is to keep updating this as long as I reasonably can, because people paid good money for it, and I want to honor that. So far, I've had updates going for this for a while.
Hey, that's more. It's more than what some of the other people.
Yeah. I mean, software is expensive. Paying people to do that stuff, wildly expensive. Doing it myself is very time consuming. I might use AI. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Wait, what? No.
What? Hey! Heretic! Burn the heretic! One of the things about AI, so it's really dumb sometimes. It's sometimes helpful. Great, I love that. One day, they're going to start charging what it actually costs and then some. I don't know if it'll be worth paying for at that point. We'll see. Because right now, oh my goodness, they're losing so much money.
It's a steal right now.
Which means someday, it's not, and it's going to have to be the opposite.
So if you want to code with AI, do it now while again is good.
Yeah, do it now, but also don't get too dependent on it.
Because once they pull the rug from under you, you are going to be
done.
Doomed.
I mean, it's like social media, it's like social media was free and amazing and happy roses, and then
wait, what happened to it? Oh, the ads, yes.
I mean, the ads, they just got worse and worse and worse. But social media is way cheaper to run than these AI systems, so I don't know how they're going to get the money out. Who knows? That'll be fun.
You know what? I don't know how anyone does anything. I'm just bumbling along.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
think that's how we all do things.
Computer says, and this is funny coming from Computer, I can't believe I never thought about that AI one. Always be free. Wow, won't always be free. What? What a weird way to put that.
Like I'm paying $20 a month. I'm paying $20 a month for premium, for some of the premium stuff because I use it a lot for coding. But $20 does not cover how much it actually costs.
Yes. Rafi says social media also selling your data to bad actors.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, very nice. We love that.
AI won't do that though. They promised they wouldn't. So you can trust them.
They're different now. They've learned their lesson.
They're different. They're changed. Yeah.
Everyone has grown We're all wiser, more mature,
Absolutely. I mean, that's yeah.
more considerate and compassionate human beings.
Yes. I mean, yeah, of course.
And Rafi also says AI will burn down your house, steal your job, and take your wife. What do you think of that, Jared?
It's entirely possible. I can't stop it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not gonna save us?
Nope, I don't stand a chance. I'm too small. I can build hex boards. That's my contribution to society right
With
now.
a little help from AI.
I can build hex boards. I can raise my kids and do an okay job there.
Nice.
There's my contributions to society.
Do you give your children a weekly survey to provide feedback on your fathering skills?
I really should. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, how do you think I've been doing? Ah! Fair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Will AI
They're-
raise our kids? That's my question.
If you let it.
If you let it,
It will. Yep. People let YouTube raise their kids. People let all sorts of things raise their kids because it's easier. Raising kids is hard. It's. Yeah.
I wouldn't know, man. But I imagine it is.
It's challenging. It's good though. But I don't want to bore everyone talking about that all stream.
Yes, Parenting 101 with Gordon Weary and Jared.
Yeah. There we go.
Delta Quartz says, Dad was bad this week. I didn't get enough ice cream. Angry face.
That's right. You know what? Survey says that. I'll have to do better. I'll do better.
And Rafi says, get AI to interview the kids. Nothing could go wrong.
Excellent. Absolutely nothing could go wrong. No. The AI is like, can you step out of the room, please? I just want to ask them a few questions.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yep.
good. Okay. Anything else? Shall
I
we
think we've done it.
wrap this
done
up? We did it, man. This was a good
We did it.
good
We
talk. I
survived.
do appreciate you taking some time out. I know you're a busy guy, busy man, building keyboards, raising kids. So yeah, for you to take some
that's
time
really
out
about it.
to talk to the people and, well, I don't know what you do. I'm sure you do a lot, but anyway, I'm just saying.
That's literally what I do.
Oh, right on. Right on.
Yeah. That's 99% of it.
But no, yeah, thanks. I do appreciate it. And it was a pleasure chatting with you.
thank you.
And hey, man, you're welcome back anytime. If you want to come back and promote
right.
Hexboard some more, hit me up, dude. And
All right. Well, thank you much.
I'm also happy to share more thoughts on keyboards and stuff. I love. I have a lot. I'm very opinionated about this stuff. If you can't tell.
Okay, I love
So,
it. Just what I need.
dude, I would love to. I would love to tell you what I want.
If I ask AI what I should do, I'll be like, should I do this? That's brilliant. I love it. I'm like,
Yes.
I know.
Oh, before you go though, I do this question, and I want you to take this very seriously. Oberluden Herschel M asks, and please, this is a weighty question, so what are his thoughts on 343? The number 343. What are his thoughts?
Oh, yeah. I've heard that that's a number that some people really, really like. I don't understand why people would divide octaves into so many notes when they could simply temper things. Or is it tempering? I don't know. JI, that's a thing.
You got it, man. You're preaching to the choir now, man. I'm with you.
I mean, at that point, you just use an unfretted instrument. Like, what are you doing?
Oberluden says you should incorporate it into your designs.
Oh, 343? Okay.
Yes.
Got it. I should. 343 keys. Yeah. That's great. 133 to 300. I mean, triple the price. That's going to keep people interested. I like that.
Would
No,
be
no,
would be
we're
a lot
onto
of
something with
keys. Would be a lot of keys.
Yeah. Sell for
Okay.
3 times as much and get 1% of the customers.
What? Come on. No. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey. I got a couple big announcements. Do you want to go before, or do you want to go now? I'm gonna announce a couple things about this next interview. Blah blah blah.
I think I'm going to be done here. I'll get back
Cool,
to
cool.
I think everybody fell asleep and needed to fall asleep.
Very nice. Thanks again,
Yeah.
Jared. I do
All right.
appreciate it. And everybody,
Thank
please
you.
check out Hexboard if you weren't aware of it before. It is definitely worth investigating if you're into isomorphic controllers. It's really cool. Got a lot of really cool features, and it's microtonal friendly. And it's still in development. We're gonna see a velocity sensitive version sometime around the bend.
Eventually.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, cool, Jared. I appreciate it, man. Have a good rest of your night. And
And you as well.
yeah, man. Okay, cool. Later. All right, there we have it. That was it. That was Shaping the Silence. So thanks everybody for checking that out. I do have a couple announcements though, and stream's not over. 2 weeks from today, our next guest will be Dotuzil, the electronic music producer. Dotuzil. We'll be talking to her in a couple weeks. And another announcement about the stream. And if you guys aren't familiar with Dotuzil, check out Collected Refractions. Very cool microtonal album. Electronic music. Excuse me. The other thing is that I'm going to start hosting a jam on the stream. We're going to start doing a jam on the stream. I think at first we're going to just do every Wednesday. If you want to come in, we are going to do a jam. You might be thinking, how do you do a jam on the internet? Well, Reaper has this thing called Ninjam, and I'll post more information about this in like Zen Harmonic Alliance Discord and on my Discord and blah blah blah. But you can get this thing called Ninjam, and it gives everybody a metronome, and there is lag, but it accounts for the lag in the timing. So it's not like perfect, but you can actually do, and we've actually done it on stream before. It's been a while, but I've done it with several people. We've done it a couple times, and it does work. But I haven't explicitly said, hey, we're going to do a jam night. So that is what we're going to start doing. I think the first one is going to be Wednesday after this coming Wednesday. So whatever day that is. What's today? The 7th? So it'll be on the 18th will be the first one. So yeah, Dotuzil in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today at 10 p.m. That'll be on, what day was that? The 21st, I think. Saturday the 21st at 10 p.m. We're going to talk with Dotuzil. And our first jam is going to be Wednesday the 11th. Just for the duration of the stream. Anyone who wants to come in and jam will be welcome to do that. Okay. On that note, the interview is done. So if you're here for the interview, that part's done.